get the show on the road. Oh yes, this will be the first of many, I'm sure, Uscreen tutorials that I'll be doing on a quarterly basis. So this will be the very first one. I should have started this last year. Let me give you just a heads up right now that this broadcast is brought to you in part by the fine folks over at Uscreen. Uscreen.tv to be exact. Uscreen is a video on demand platform that you can build for yourself that also can have various tools like websites as well as apps. Yes, believe it or not, actually I have an app by way of Uscreen, and all this is made possible because they do give me complimentary access to their tools. In exchange, I share this with you folks here, and the cool part is you guys have nothing to lose. Just hear me out on this one, because with Uscreen, they actually offer a free trial that you can go ahead and do without using your credit card. So there's no like weirdness or anything else like that, or you having to worry about hitting cancel on something, at the end of the 14-day trial that you're like, I don't really want this. It's not going to be weird or anything else like that. So what I would recommend is if you would like access to this, go to my referral link, or you can just go directly over to uscreen.io. You can go to dalelinks.com/uscreen. That's U as in you, the letter U, instead of like YouTube. So in any event, part of this live event, if you will, that's going to happen every quarter is I'm just going to show you a little bit behind the scenes footage of how I put together my video on demand platform called the selfpublishinghub.com. And so with the selfpublishinghub.com, I've got hundreds of videos, hours of footage, and it's all made available through my site here and through the Uscreen service. And you're going to actually get to see what my creative process is and how I arrange and organize things, and how I'm able to put in search engine optimization to make my video on demand platform more discoverable through search engines and such. So I actually had saved about 2 videos in my queue here just to make sure that I could kind of walk through with you guys and show you some of my creative process. Mojo, what is going on? How you doing? Saying hi. And by the way, if you're watching this on the replay, you have questions, no matter how crazy the question is, fire it off. It's what I'm here for. I'm going to hang out for about a half hour, maybe an hour tops. Hour tops for sure. But great to have you guys here on September 1st. Great to see you. Caleb, what's going on? Whoop, whoop. It's been a long time since I've seen you, buddy. Great to see you. Butcher's Respawn. How you doing, buddy? It's good to see you, Butcher. And Cleve's here. Thank you so much for joining me, Cleve. I appreciate you for sure. All right. So, you might have heard me talk about the selfpublishinghub.com a few times before. Let me just give you just a quick, summary and just showing you exactly what I'm talking about. So this is my video on demand platform. Yes, this is kind of an indirect, shameless self-plug at $9.99 per month. Start it anytime you like, cancel whenever you like. So there are a ton of different videos, a ton of different categories that I'm able to put up. I'm able to put testimonials up, as well as where is this available or soon to be available. So we plan on actually having it on Android, Apple TV, Roku, Android TV, and Fire TV. Right now, it's only available through Apple. So if you're wanting to get access to this, and I will be able to explain, why, because with each one of the app platforms, I have to apply for each one of them, and they actually cost for each one of them. And I'm super realistic in that I'm not trying to go and break the bank here when I'm putting out my video on demand platform. I'd love to have these different apps available. In fact, I wanted to have it available by now, but it just hasn't been a huge priority for me. But putting this together, it looks like it's rather complex, but it's really rather simple. It does require a little bit of work up front, not gonna lie to you. Again, if you haven't had the opportunity, go visit my referral link at dalelinks.com/uscreen. This is the all-in-one membership platform for creators. Delight your diehard fans with exclusive video content and a vibrant community across your own mobile app and website. You hear a lot of different ways to monetize your platform through places like, say, YouTube. And then there's other ones I don't want to mention, but one starts with the P and ends with an Atreon. And to be honest with you, there's so many limitations with the platform like that. Not to mention, I was using Patreon. Oh, I said the word by accident a number of years ago, and they ended up doing like a complete shift in pricing, and it screwed a lot of the creators out of some of their money, as well as the Patreon or the patrons who are contributing. So that made me upset. That was so just, it sucked. They ended up course correcting that, but by that time they had eroded their trust with me. So this is why I always look into platforms like this where I do have to invest a bit. And by investing, you're investing in more quality premium services, as well as, you know, just tools that you're going to be much more flexible, and especially to your needs. Hey, you know, not to mention, I mean, what does that platform do for apps? Huh? Nothing. Nothing. It's not going to sit here and do anything for you. Black Shirt Dale, look at that. Butcher Respawn. Notice orange is off today. I got a rep for Uscreen, buddy. I got a rep for Uscreen. They're not forcing me to wear this, by the way. What's going on, Susan? Great to see ya. How's the writing or sleep going? My sleep's going pretty good. Writing's going pretty good. I could probably do better. Nice Dale from Christine. Christine, how you doing? Great to see ya. Man, I'm really glad to see you guys come over and join me. Yes, Dale, far too long. I usually catch up all the goods on replay, so this is a nice treat. It's a nice treat to have you, buddy. I appreciate it. So what I'm going to be doing here in my process today is, let me just show you just a little bit of behind the scenes of how I put together some of the stuff that I do here for the selfpublishinghub.com. And some of it actually has crossover because there are some channel member exclusive videos that I actually put over onto the Self-Publishing Hub. So if you happen to be a channel member here on YouTube, believe it or not, you're going to get a lot more bang for your buck if you go over to the selfpublishinghub.com. Don't forget the in front of it because I'm the selfpublishinghub.com. But in any event, what I've done is every week I'm doing some type of behind the scenes footage. Now, today, I actually was going to launch it yesterday, but I said, you know what, let me wait till today because I want to show you guys the creative process of putting together the description, putting together the thumbnail, getting my graphics team to handle that thumbnail and make it a bit more pretty, and then hitting official launch. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to organize it inside a playlist. So that way, when someone goes on the website or over on the mobile app, it will be in the order that I want it to be seen in. So let's go ahead into my dashboard here. So the very first project we're going to be tackling is this behind the scenes video where I interviewed 2 authors that work with me with Get covers. So, man, I'm bright today. Good Lord, I need to get a tan. All right. So you're going to notice there are some unpublished videos. This is where if you guys tune in to some of these broadcasts, you're going to see a sneak peek at all of the stuff that I've got going on. So let me show you as an example. Right now, I've got this behind the scenes footage that is actually available through channel memberships on YouTube, but it's also available here on this channel. So I already uploaded the video for this. All the metadata is filled out with all of the different links that I need, as well as my little disclaimer for affiliates. So I put that in there. I've got a shorter description to make it simple. I've got it categorized. I even put myself down as an author because eventually I will have these. Now, this is the part I need to change. This was the original thumbnail. Look, I'm not a thumbnail expert. I'm going to be straight up with you. I know the elements that I'd like to look for, but sometimes they're not the best. So if you ever come down on me hard on this one, I totally get it, but I do have a graphics team and you're going to actually see some of that creative process in the works here today. So anyway, I'm going to hit change image because my graphics guy did finish up that image, first time sneak peek, and boom, you see that thumbnail looks much better, much better. And so we put it on in there. Awesome. Okay. And here is the SEO that we get involved with it. And I have a whole system that I use in order to do this. I can even have resources that I can upload here. So for instance, if I have a downloadable PDF or maybe an MP3 that someone wants to download, I could put that inside the resources section. I can even add a trailer, although this video is like, I don't know, 4 minutes. Okay, 13 minutes, longer than 4 minutes. I can't see doing a trailer for something like that, maybe for a full series. And then there's subtitles and captions. For these particular channel membership videos, I usually don't upload a caption. It gets a little tricky, and I'm going to show you a little bit of a workaround on how to get your subtitles done so that way Uscreen reads it properly. At any rate, we've got all this information. Beauty of using Uscreen as well is because it actually works as kind of like a cloud-based storage where you're able to upload it. And let's say, for instance, you don't have very much room on your computer. You can always download it later on, full quality. You can even see it on your website. And if for some reason you don't like the video, it needs to be replaced, you can replace it. There's so much involved in this, but I'm going to hit just save changes because we're just changing the thumbnail. And I believe, let me scroll down. I've got this in the self-publishing with Dale behind the scenes. So if we were to go into collections and I look for self-publishing with Dale behind the scenes, I hit edit. You'll see here it is. Okay, so now we're going to go into playlist. And you see actually right here was where we have the first time sneak peek. I got the thumbnail getting fixed right now from my graphic design guy. So that should hopefully look pretty good here soon, because I like a little bit of predictability when it comes to how my brand looks and how it's perceived. So just peeking in here, I was in the middle of writing video scripts to record this weekend when it popped up on Discord. Thank you so much. Yes, I pinged you guys because I was feeling really lonely over here. I'm like, man, is there anybody going to be coming up? So I appreciate you guys tuning in today. Please, if you'd like to make this a party, please invite a few people along. All right, I'm going to go over into organize my categories. So I'm going to look into my categories, self-publishing with Dale behind the scenes. And there's a little bit of redundancy in this, but you could see right here is where we have the thumbnail again. Looks pretty clean. It's a little bit wonky. You'll see some of it. I need to probably go through and still get my thumbnail guy to fix it, but you got to do what you got to do. Alrighty, let's see here. Let's go over into, I'm going to close this window out. And if you happen to be just joining me here as well, this broadcast is brought to you by the fine folks over at Uscreen. Obviously, there's a good reason why I call it a Uscreen demo. And I am an ambassador for Uscreen, meaning that they give me complimentary access that I can be able to share all the information here with you guys. You have nothing to lose at this point to test out Uscreen today because there's no credit card needed in order to do their actual free trial. So you can use my referral link. It's, it's my way that I track clicks. To be honest with you, you can always just go straight over to uscreen.io or uscreen.tv, or just go to dalelinks.com/uscreen, and then I can be able to say to Uscreen, look at the how many people I sent over towards your direction. You want to help support this channel? It would be very much appreciated if you go ahead and give them a try, because it is a lot of fun, especially if you're doing video content creation. All right, so I just uploaded a video right now before I went live. This is going to be part of an exclusive series I'm launching on the selfpublishinghub.com. And I want to wait for the entire series to be complete before I launch it. I was originally going to plan to use it for Kickstarter, but you know what? I said, screw it. I'm just going to go ahead and launch it right here on the platform. So what I'm going to do is, since there's a good reason why I didn't upload it right now, because I have only a limited amount of internet bandwidth. And so since I'm streaming right now, if I wanted to upload, it would just kind of make everything super slow. So that's why I got it all ready in advance. So here we go. Let's go over into edit the video. All right, now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of clean up this description. When I get ready to launch, it'll be a lot more sensible here. For right now, the naming scheme is just to kind of keep it straight in my head. All right, so here's a little bit of a hack that I like to do. Is I take something like ChatGPT, and I've already put in a ton of cues on what to do. So it's like ChatGPT knows exactly what I want. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take the script from the video and I'm going to copy and paste that over into ChatGPT, because I want ChatGPT to make a description for me based on what I have here. This saves me a lot of time. See, this is one of the reasons why I say AI is not entirely evil here, folks. It really isn't. So what I do is I grab this and I just drop it on in there. Okay, ready to do another description based on the video script. And I'll probably say, yeah, go ahead, fire away, Dale, go ahead. Of course. All right, so I'm just gonna drop it on in there and we're gonna hit enter. Boom. All right, it's going to take a couple minutes. Give me a short description. Wonderful. It knows I'm going to ask for search engine optimized keywords, and I'm not worried about the SEO until a little bit later. So I'm going to go in here into the description, copy and paste it in here. Beautiful. I'm going to get other links later on because I'll probably stop and listen to the video, make sure that I have all the links that I need in here. So for instance, I mentioned KDP at one point or another. So I'll probably put KDP in here, which is, it's amazing. I know almost all these dang addresses by heart, Amazon.com. All right, and then I think I mentioned draft to digital, and they actually have a refer a friend code. So I'm going to use my refer a friend code, D2D. I believe that's it. I'll double check it here in just a minute. And Smashwords, HTTPS, and I think we should probably be fine with that .com. All right, and here's what I'll do is I'm going to highlight this text, and I literally just go ahead and hit the link. Oops, I probably should copy that first. Boom. Same thing right here. Oops, come on now, Dale. Get with the program. Copy. Paste. Copy. And I'll probably double check later on because I'm sure I might have mentioned another. Oh yes, I did mention Fiverr in this video. /list. And I usually, whenever I put an affiliate link up, I put in I mark it right there. Whenever it's a referral link, you'll even hear me say it's a referral link. So that way everybody knows that I'm fully disclosing the relationship of myself in that specific platform. It's always just the best idea to err on the side of caution. Will you scare off a few people in the process? Possibly, but they probably weren't going to be anybody that you wanted to have following you in the first place. All right, hit copy, paste. All right, and then I know I mentioned Miblart and Get Covers. Man, I must have my Wheaties today because actually, I believe I remembered all of the links that I had. dalelinks.com/Miblart. And I'm going to do the same thing I did with this last one, affiliate link. Boom. And I'm going to put an affiliate disclosure down below here. Get Covers. And let's hit that affiliate link again. Boom. Boom. You guys and gals have any kind of questions, please fire away. No matter if I don't care what the question is. I'm here for you guys. I keep hitting Control K. I'm just so used to doing that in things like Microsoft Word. Come on, Dale. Get with the program. All right, there's Miblarts, and let's get covers. Copy. Paste. Perfect. Okay, so I need to get my affiliate disclaimer. So we're already back into the admin area here. Let me go over to, I'm thinking, I need to find somewhere where I have my affiliate disclosure. I can't remember which videos I have that for. So here's what I'll do is I will actually go over into my channel, upload defaults. There we go. There's my affiliate disclaimer. Oh, and I usually try to add those in there too. I always have those additional links. We won't need that window anymore. I'm going to go ahead and paste this on in here. And rather than having the emoji, I'm just going to go ahead and stick with this. Discord at, boom. Excellent. Looks really clean. All right, so we've got this long form description. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to come over here. This short description is going to make people's lives easier. The description will appear in a collections playlist or in other places where space is limited, and that will happen from time to time. So what I'll do is I come back over here to ChatGPT and I say, could you give me a description that's less than 140 characters, because that's the most we can squeeze into that. Could you give me the, how about with the, it already knows what I want. Could you give me the 140 character description? Hopefully that makes sense to the AI. Hey, yes, we did it. Perfect. All right. I'm going to hit copy, and I'm going to come on over here and hit paste. I'm going to do the same thing down below. By the way, I should probably proof that. Explore publishing options for your book from Kindle Direct Publishing to other distributors. Learn how to make your book available to a wide audience online. Get tips on professional book cover design and start sharing your work and earning rewards today. Yeah, start. I wouldn't say earning rewards. How about selling books? There we go. Same thing, discover. Oh, this one actually went over in characters. And others. Okay, so we got to come over here and chastise them. That's over 140 characters. Could you try again? It's giving me a hashtag. I don't know why it's giving me a hashtag, but there it is. I'm not sure how I feel about having an ampersand in my description or this, but we'll just go ahead and switch it out and more. Perfect. So that means this one actually ended up being okay. So we're just going to go ahead and keep that one as is. I want to change and match the SEO title to the one I have here. And I want to change the URL right there. Boom. All right. And keywords. It's typically for just search purposes within the platform, but I try to add these in because later on I might actually add it into the back end for search engine optimization. Okay, how about 5 to 6? Ooh, I did it all in caps. How about that? How about 5 to 6 keywords for SEO? Perfect. All right, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy, paste, enter. Copy. Paste, enter. What's going on, DreamingTruth.author? Great to see you join us here today. Anybody has questions, please fire away. What are you working on today, by the way? As soon as I'm done with this broadcast, I got to handle some bills. And then I've got a boatload of writing to accomplish today. I didn't get as much done as I wanted to yesterday. I think everybody knows the struggle. Okay, cool. So we've got those ones added in there. Okay, I'm going to add the category next. And this is actually going to be part of the series. The categories of write a book in 48 hours. I'm going to select a plan. I'm going to put it on the Self-Publishing Hub. I'm not going to publish it yet, so it's not going to be 100% available, but if you guys continue to tune in to the selfpublishinghub.com, you should be able to get a notification here relatively soon about this changing. Okay, I've got an SRT file, which is a subtitle file that I've had my video team handle over at Floxy, but the problem is with Uscreen, they don't accept SRT files. They accept what's called VTT. I don't know what the initials stand for. All I know is it's a different readable file for their purposes. I like to have subtitles added in here. And besides, my video team's already kind of working on some stuff. And I'm like, you know what? Might as well just get them to go ahead and do those files. So what I'll do is I typically go over to one site and it'll probably pull it up here. SRT to VTT. All right. Happy Scribe. That was the name of the website. And what I'll do is upload my SRT file. We'll convert it to VTT. Should download it. Perfect. All right, now that we've got that SRT file, or the VTT file from the SRT file, there we go. We upload that. I don't have a trailer on this. I really don't have any trailers. I probably should add them. And last but not least, we actually have to create a thumbnail of some sort. So this one is going to be about, let's save the changes so that way everything looks clean and as it should be. Perfect. Okay, so miscellaneous wrap up. I believe, you know what? Actually, I think I already made a thumbnail for this one and I think about it. Yeah, other options. Perfect. I've already got this thumbnail on order with my graphic design team. So they're able to handle that one. And by the way, you can do a lot of this stuff through like free resources like Canva or Gimp. That's what I used for mine. Always loved Gimp. It's been one of my favorites. Got a steep learning curve, but as soon as you get around that, man, you'll be flying in no time. Alrighty, so we've got that all set. We can go back to all videos. And you can see it looks pretty darn clean, but what we're going to need to do is we're going to have to add it to the collections, make sure that it is where it needs to be. Hey, I saw that, love. I saw somebody hitting the hearts. Thanks for hitting the hearts. It's so nice of you. How to write a book in 48 hours is right here at the top. Playlist. All right, now it's time to add miscellaneous wrap-up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hang on, 3, 6, 8. Ooh, I am missing video 8. How to write your book. What was the next one in the series here? Bear with me. Edit and proofread your book is what I'm missing. So we'll add in, here we go. Edit and proofread. And I just drag and drop it into place. And we hit save. Here's the cool thing. Let's say that I have different sections in a part to my series. I can always add a divider. So if you're looking to do things, I'm showing my head. I'm sorry, guys. If you're looking to do something like modules within a course that you're wanting to do, you can always hit add divider and you can do that, but I'm not going to do that. We're going to hit save. All right, remember how I told you that there was search engine optimization and there was a reason why I was grabbing some of those SEO words? Because we can slip those here into the background. I'm not going to mess with that today because what I'm going to do is kind of build a cache of different keywords through each one of these videos, and then I'll probably drop them in here all at once. So we're going to go into organize. I'm going to hit this one, sort content. All right, we've got the other options one, and obviously with it being number 8, you can see 8's at the top, so we're just going to drag and drop that number 8 down to the bottom. Now you see why I have the title scheme here, the way it is. When I get ready to publish this fully, I'm going to remove those parts because it'll come all in the order it should be. And the reason why I added the title to the series, I'm going to remove that as well, was that way I wouldn't get confused when I was trying to sort content later on. So we'll hit save. And remember how I told you there's search engine optimization just about everywhere. Here's another good prime example. This one's a little bit shorter, doesn't have any of the keywords, but that's okay. We can work with what we have here. So we're going to go back into the videos. Sorry if you guys were staring at my head and you're looking at this tiny screen here that was down here and it wasn't serving you any good. SD Houston, how you doing there, Shannon? It's great to see you. The Lady Writes, how you doing, Katrina? Thanks so much for joining. I appreciate it. Such an organized Dale. So quick it makes my brain hurt. My apologies. If I happen to move too fast, please just let me know. All right, so we just got done doing something that's a little bit behind the scenes. You guys got to have a sneak peek into my upcoming video series called How to Write a Book in 48 Hours. This was kind of like one of those cases that I had a script that I was sitting on. It was originally like a lead magnet. And I thought, you know what, let's go ahead and make this into a video series. So I went through, I edited it, updated it somewhat, and shot it into videos. You're going to see this here relatively soon. In fact, I'm going to tell you guys right now, I'm working behind the scenes, and big shout out to SD Houston for so much help and insights with Kickstarter. I will be doing a Kickstarter campaign here in September. It's kind of nerve-wracking to think about, but it will be into the mid to late September. Actually, I'm looking and I'm eyeballing September the 21st. So that's tentative. It could change. It just depends a lot on how busy my team gets with the graphic design as well as the video editing and such. But part of that Kickstarter campaign is going to be a 6-book series that I'm going to be launching, and it's going to be covering everything, including the ebooks, the paperback, the hardcover, the audiobook, the large print, and the first time I'm going to be launching at the very same time is going to be the video series. So if there's something for everybody to consume the content. So in other words, if you don't have enough time to, let's say, sit down and read the ebook or the print book, you've always got the audiobook or even the course. Let's say that you don't, absorb information that way. You're a better reader than you are a listener. Then chances are very likely you'll like the other aspects to this. a large part of this launch strategy is going to include Uscreen. And in fact, I'm actually going to be making some of that content available through the videos. I'm working on seeing how it could be able to host the ebooks and potentially the audiobooks. The audiobooks is a little bit, iffy, since the only way to be able to consume the audiobook there on Uscreen would probably be through video form. And if that's the case, totally fine with that. But yeah, all this is going to be coming together on September. So you guys got to actually see a sneak peek of some of the stuff that I will be doing. That course that I just showed you, the how to write a book in 48 hours, that's just going to be separate. I was originally going to include it with the Kickstarter campaign, but I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to launch it, but I wanted to wait for it to kind of pile up and then launch it at once and make a big announcement about it. So you guys got to hear it here first. Again, if you're enjoying some of this stuff, please do me a huge favor. Visit my referral link at dalelinks.com/Uscreen. There is a free trial you can check out. You do not need a credit card. Yeah, there's no real high pressure, hard sales or anything else like that. Uscreen's a fantastic company. If at any point that you don't want to do it, you just opt out and unsubscribe from their little email newsletter. But I promise you, if you stick around long enough, you're actually going to find some really good quality content. Now, a lot of people always are curious. They're like, okay, how much is this going to cost, Dale? Because you say it's a free trial and such. So I want in the transparency that I want to offer here is that the annual rates, you're going to be able to save 20% on it. Right now, what you just got to witness was essentially the growth plan. That's about $149 per month plus $1.99 per member per month, which not too bad. Then you look over at the Pro plan, which is $4.99 per month. You will see that it's like Netflix, essentially. You can live stream for up to an hour. With the other plan, you get live streaming up to 10 hours. Now, when you're thinking about doing something like the apps, you will have to contact them for custom pricing. And bear in mind, it's not like you can just publish to every single one of the apps at the same time unless you can afford it, because each one of those avenues, they have to create a different version of your app. And Uscreen does all the publishing for that stuff, all the updates. I don't have to worry about a thing. Like literally, as a Uscreen customer, they handle all this stuff. So there's a really cool onboarding process. They actually assign you somebody that actually will get with you on a video chat. They'll walk you through your entire dashboard so you got a better understanding of things. They'll probably go a little slower than me. And then when you do something like the app, you get a different customer service rep who walks you through that whole process as well. To be honest, I ran into a couple of snags in the process, and their team was so fast, like breakneck fast in getting those problems resolved. Like for instance, I got a notification from Apple that something was being updated, and if I didn't get updated right away, I could possibly lose distribution. And I reached out to them, and they're like, "Oh, don't worry about it. We got it." They're like, we already knew the notification, so you're set. That is cool. That is really neat. And I am really leaning in heavily into the apps because obviously people spend a lot of time here, and becoming more accessible is the name of the game. And considering it's only $10 per month, it's a steal. I mean, especially since you get a lot of really, really good stuff, and I plan on expanding this even more. Do you already have any Kickstarter videos on YouTube channel, Shannon? I don't know if she does, but she and I did work together on an interview that will be coming out relatively soon here. So Lady writes and Butcher respond. You guys, why'd you retract the messages? I will be doing another masterclass this month on Kickstarter basics, planning on Saturday, September 23rd. Folks, you heard it here. Go on over, subscribe to SD Houston. Shannon is a gem. Love her to death. And she knows what she's talking about. She not only got her Kickstarter fully funded, but she tripled the amount that she was going for, which is just absolutely stellar. Just absolutely stellar. It's really, really good. And yes, please, folks, go on over, visit my affiliate link. It's not even an affiliate link. It's a referral link. Visit my referral link at dalelinks.com/Uscreen. So, and if you are enjoying podcasts like this and seeing stuff behind the scenes, please make sure that you look into theselfpublishinghub.com. Don't forget because I'm theselfpublishinghub.com to get yourself subscribed today. It's also available over in the Apple App Store. So if you have the Apple App Store, you can go ahead and download it. I'm looking to expand to Android next and all the other platforms, so hang in there. Okay, let's do a behind the scenes video here. This one actually we're going to launch today, and this one had covered the Get Covers short form videos that I did on my main channel as part of the sponsorship. So what I will do is I'm trying to think of a title that will be able to grab people's attention. So why don't we do this? I'm going to start up a new chat here, and I'll say, hey, I need to come up with a great title for a video. Are you game? Okay. In the video, I interview 2 authors who won a free giveaway, or won a giveaway with Get Covers for a movie poster design and a book cover design package. All right, there we go. A little over the top, I think. Hey, there we go. I like this one. Get Covers Double Delight. It sounds a little suspect, but we're gonna run with that. All right. Could you write a description and include a few keywords for search engine optimization? Let's see what they got. Geez, my video's not that stinking long. Oh, I see. Okay. Join us in an exclusive interview. We delve into the creative minds of 2 talented authors struck gold with Get Covers' recent giveaway event. These lucky winners received a premium package including a stunning book cover design and a captivating movie poster for their upcoming projects. In this engaging conversation, blank and blank share their experiences and insights into the world of book cover and movie poster design, discover the secrets behind their eye-catching visuals, and learn how Get Covers turn their visions into reality. Whether you're an author, blah, 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 love it. It's actually really good. Makes my life a little bit easier. So here's what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop this into the description, and let's see about getting it all fixed up a little bit. And the first interview is Thomas A. Bradley. And the second interview was Maria Vermisoglo. I always have to put it out, do it phonetically. All right, and then let's go ahead and toss in a bullet point here. Yes, SD Houston. See, that's why I try to tell people on a regular basis that AI is not entirely evil here, folks. It's just wrote a description here for me. I could have sat here and toiled away at it while you guys stared at me while I'm trying to think of the right words to say and the order I want to say it in. Yeah, screw that. I was able to just do it super, super simple right there and have it done. So let's go back over here, Get Covers, and we're going to go ahead and put the Get Covers link, links.com/get covers, and I got to disclose it's an affiliate link. Let's come on back over here, and we're going to drop this into the description as well. Oh, we need to make this a link. Copy and paste. Perfect. Alrighty. And I don't want this a bullet point. We're just going to go ahead and leave that one as is. Okay, great. This looks fantastic. I'm going to come over and fix the videos here. So you guys are literally going to see me do this one live, launch this to the channel members over on YouTube. But I'm going to get to that as soon as I can fix up Uscreen. Uscreen's always my priority. Keywords for SEO. I don't know that I'll need to use that. That's a lot of keywords. Good Lord. Could you give me a few more? Great job. Could you write a 140 character version of that description? Yeah, it'll probably understand what I mean. Could you give me a version without emojis and hashtags? Perfect. Well, geez, they changed that one altogether. You know what? We're just going to go ahead and grab this one. Hit copy. I'm going to come on over here. We're going to go short description, paste. Going to come down here. I'm going to hit it into the SEO as well. Let's grab the title. I know I'm moving really fast here, folks. My apologies. And we're going to go ahead and do get covers graphic dash design. All right, time to add those keywords on in here. So let's scroll it on up here. Boom. Enter. We've been using a mild form of AI for years, looking at ProWriting and Grammarly. Yeah, you're so right. I try not to beat anybody up. If for some reason they're anti-AI, they're just going to be anti-AI. There's nothing I'm going to be able to say to convince them otherwise, because they typically close their ears, and that's fine. If you don't subscribe into using AI in any capacity, that's fine. But you see that I'm able to essentially get a lot done of this busy work, so that way I can focus on things like more writing projects or promoting or marketing or chatting with my followers, things like that, that actually will move the needle. Things like this, it moves the needle, but in such a minor way that it just wouldn't make sense for you to continue to keep doing this. And I want to add in Thomas A. Bradley because he is a guest here on the for Miss So Glow. And I want to add that, so that way it's easy to find them. There's no resources for this video. Okay, we're going to do the thumbnail here in a minute. I'm going to drop this into here. And this is a behind the scenes with self-publishing with Dale. We're going to put this into the subscription service, Self-Publishing Hub. I'm going to hit published here in a minute, but not just yet because I want to get the thumbnail done first. So let's go on in. I'm going to open up Gimp, and we're going to have a little bit of fun with Gimp. Increase productivity. Yes, exactly. I've learned so many of my Twitch writing community are anti-AI, which is keeping them from using a fantastic tool, breaking my heart for them. They'll come around when they want to, but honestly, I understand. It's not for everybody. It totally isn't. There's just some people who just will never be able to get past the fact that it's artificial intelligence. And the thing is, you know, you can sit here and resist the fact that there's AI and think, oh, if I boycott it, no one's going to use it. Hate to tell you, that's not going to work. Literally is not going to work. Artificial intelligence is here to stay. It's only going to get bigger. It's only going to get better. And by not equipping yourself, at least with a very basic understanding of how AI can function in your business that doesn't erode your ethics or integrity, it's going to be a great disservice to you for not doing it. And you're going to have people running laps around you. I'm not telling you that you need to use AI to create all of your written content. No, not by any stretch. I don't believe in that. I believe it can be helped. It can help you and it can enhance your writing. To me, I don't subscribe to the belief of writing an entire book entirely with AI. I just don't. Literally don't. Can you do it? Absolutely. People have done it and they're churning out some really garbage books, but that's up to them. All right, so I need to make a thumbnail. It's going to be the same proportion of 16 by 9 for kind of like what you do for YouTube. So let's drop in on my surface here. I'm just trying to think of what this could look like. Yeah, you know what? We're going to go ahead and do the thinking pose. All right, I need to see what my PNG is set up as. That's 4215. I'm going to scale the image to 4215. Enter. Perfect. Now I can just drag and drop myself on here so you can see that I've got the two different versions. Excuse me. Sorry, I ate a bunch of watermelon before I went live today. Great to see you guys tuning in. Thank you so much. I appreciate the support. If you're enjoying some of this content, I will be doing this every quarter. We'll be going live. I'll be showing you guys behind the scenes footage and how I'm putting together a lot of what I do in Uscreen. Let me open up this to make sure I'm not missing anybody's comments. You got comments, questions, or anything else like that, please put a Q and then whatever your question is, and I'll be happy to answer that. Like my grandma who doesn't know how to use a computer. She's happy in her world at the front of the TV. Yeah. Alrighty, so I'm going to go ahead and create a folder, drag and drop both of these into my folder, so that way I can just hit both of them. I'm going to hit resize, because I like to do something every now and then. I'll just rotate my image a little bit. There we go. Oh, a little too much. Doop. Perfect. And I'm going to hit move, M, on this one. If I move too fast with Gimp, no pun intended, just let me know. But right now I just hit M and I just tapped that folder right there and it moved it on over. Let's go ahead and hit save before we go any further here. Get covers, double header. Okay. Go into downloads because that's where I'm going to put it. Okay, so that saved the GIMP file. I'm going to go ahead and hit the saturation on this. We're going to go into hues and saturation. I always go all the way up to the top, all the way down to the bottom. Boom. And I find that text-based usually works, but I want to make sure that I put in the actual logo for Get Covers. And I don't know if I've got the Get Covers logo. I could swear I did. Bear with me here. Maybe I got to go into sponsors. Got a folder over here. Hit Blart. There we go. Ah, there we go. Excellent. So I'm just going to drag and drop that on over here. Move. Zoop. And you know, I feel like this needs to be a circle. So I'm just going to grab my tool here. All right, right click on this. Add alpha channel. And what I'm going to do is hit Control I, invert, and then delete. And then it just removes the rest of that. Perfect. Let's rotate it just a little bit. Boom. And you know what? I'm just going to keep this one simple. Check. I'm going to change out some of these fonts here. I don't want this one. I'm going to stick with Babos New. And then we're going to go dynamic. Again, not a thumbnail expert here, folks. I know exactly the stuff I want to do, but I'm going to have my graphics guy make something a little bit prettier. Check this out. I'm going to move this up. You know what I'd like to do? Let's get on this text here. And I'm going to go into my tool options. And I need to squeeze these layers together here. There we go. Perfect. And the next thing is too is my canvas size is entirely too large, so I'm going to go down to 1280 by 720 because I'm not trying to have these gigantic thumbnails eating up my drive. Check this out. And you know what I'll probably do is I'm gonna put some type of a highlight on this one. But here I'm gonna hit Shift H to shear it, and we're gonna shear. Boom. And I'm going to rotate. Shift R. Great. And then let's make it just a little bit larger. Check this out. Perfect. Alpha to selection. I'm going to probably end up doing 2 separate layers on this one, so I'm going to go ahead and hit this one. All right, I'm going to hit this. And let's go with the orange to yellow here. Like it. There we go. Perfect. All right, I'm going to put a background on this one really quick here before I do the next color. You'll see why I do this. I hit Control, comma, Control Shift A to deselect. And then I'm going to hide. You know what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this right here, and I'm going to delete that because I want to make it a different color. So I'm just going to highlight that and hit delete. Oops, wrong layer. Come on, make sure you're on the right layer. Delete. There we go. Great. All right, we're going to hide this one for a second. We're going to turn this one back on, alpha to selection. And I'm going to choose a couple of greens. I try not to put too much thought into this, to be honest with you, because my graphics guy typically will make it look really, really nice. Okay, so we want this direction. Okay, excellent. Control Shift A, we'll deselect it. I'm going to do the same thing with the top of this. Delete. 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 All right, here we go. I should be able to turn this on, and hey, look at that, 2 different colors. All right, next thing I want to do is let's drop these into a folder. I'm going to drag and drop that on in there. Boom, boom, boom. Alpha to selection. We're going to hit grow. I'm going to do 16. I'm going to choose an kind of a brown maroon looking color, and I'm going to put that maroon color on the very bottom of this folder. Control comma will fill it with that background. I'm going to create another layer just below that one with black. Control comma will fill that. Control Shift A will deselect it. We're going to go into filters, blur, Gaussian blur, and then hit background blur. Boom, love it. I'm going to do 2 of those, merge it on down. Let's make sure that we hit save. All right, now I need this get covers to kind of pop a little bit. Alpha to selection, but I don't want it to interfere with the lettering. So what we'll do is I'm going to hit yellow. Boom. Control comma will fill it with yellow. Control Shift A will deselect. I go into the filters again, reshow, Gaussian blur. I'm going to go on a stronger blur this time. There we go. Boom. And now there's a bit more focus. And last but not least, let's get my pretty mug cleaned up just a little bit. What we're going to do is I'm going to kick up a little bit of the saturation on this one and a tiny bit of the contrast. Tiny bit. Little bit. There we go. And then last but not least, I'm going to enhance this, kind of sharpen it up a little bit. And boom. All right, so let's go ahead and export this. Control Shift E will export it. This goes into the downloads folder, and because my graphics guy likes it when I actually can send him some of these files, I'm going to save this as a PSD file because he uses Photoshop. Export it on over there. Perfect. I'm going to hit the save one more time, and we're going to go ahead and close this out. All right, now that we got the thumbnail, we are done on this end of things, and we should be able to launch right now. So if you happen to have channel memberships, you guys will get to see this. Oh gosh, it's almost like a 20 to 30 minute video because I have 2 separate interviews and I do a little bit of bloviating at the beginning. Yeah, 23 minutes, 19 seconds. It's great. It's an awesome chat with 2 very, very awesome authors. Really enjoyed working on this project with them. All right, we're going to hit published. Everything looks pretty good. I don't have any SRT files for this one. There are more actions like e-commerce and geo-blocking, but I don't worry about using those actions. So we're going to hit save changes. This should push out to all of the website and the app as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over into collections. We need to do self-publishing with Dale behind the scenes. Edit this. Playlist, and all I need to do is scroll on down. We're going to add a video. Check this out is going to be the one I'm going to do. We're going to move this all the way up to the top so it's up to the front. Much more convenient for people who are using the app on a frequent basis. So there it is. It's on this one. Now let's go into organize, and I'm also going to hit the category that I put it in here. This is a little redundant, so you really don't need to do the category and the collections at all, but you see the check this out is right at the very top. Love it. Fantastic. don't need to really even change anything about this. All right, let's go over into that video again, because as I'd mentioned, we've got a little bit of homework here to do with this one. The very first thing I want to do is we're going to highlight this and we're going to hit copy, because now, and by the way, we're done with Chat GPT. That's set. We're done with the SRT. I'm going to come back over to Floxy in a minute because we're going to queue up my team. As a quick reminder here, folks, today's broadcast is going to be part of a quarterly live stream with Uscreen. This is brought to you in part by the fine folks on over there. I am a Uscreen ambassador, meaning that I get free access in exchange to share this information here with you folks. You can get a free trial when you visit my referral link at dalelinks.com/Uscreen, or you can even just go to uscreen.tv or uscreen.io. I just prefer that if you use my referral link, because then I can be able to show that actually I'm sending some people towards their direction. But you can start that free trial today and give it a shot. No credit card needed. I always like getting services like that where I don't need the credit card up front. And just as a quick summary here, you actually look at some of the pricing that is available here through the growth plan, which is the one that you're peeking at right now that I'm using. It's $149 per month. Pro plan is $499 per month. And then there's custom pricing for things that includes getting your own custom app. Now, this might seem unaffordable to some of you folks, and I totally get that. I understand 100%. But in the coming months, what I would like to do is actually share some of the best practices and strategies that you're able to make that amount of money to where you can at least break even, because there are some systems and processes that you can put in place for video on demand services and course hosting platforms like Uscreen, to where you don't have to worry about having to pay that monthly premium. Yeah, you'll pay it, but you will actually have some people supporting you that will actually get this covered. So it's really just fantastic. I love Uscreen. There's a good reason I am the first Uscreen ambassador ever. Yes, I'm ambassador #1. So I'm just geeked up to be able to share this information here with you folks. All right, let's keep pushing on forward here. I need to see about getting the channel memberships all in order. I'm going to take this and I'm going to move it off screen here, so that way I can just go over and copy and paste what needs to be done here. So we're going to hit paste, boom. All right. Come down, let's get that thumbnail. Check this out. I will. I'm going to put this into a playlist, behind the scenes, self-publishing with Dale. Show more. I do have to mark its paid promotion. I don't mind if it has chapters put into it. Tags aren't important to me because it is a channel memberships thing. I turn off monetization. Yes, that means that if you are a channel member on YouTube, I remove any of the ads that you would normally see on those videos. On the regular videos, yes, the ads are going to be put there, but I always remove ads because you guys pay a little bit of money. I'm going to give you the respect of having to skip all of those ads. So add an end screen. I usually just put a generic end screen. It's not a big deal. Best for viewer, I put in a subscribe. Let's move this into the middle because I believe the last part of the thing is an interview. Yeah, there we go. And I don't want to have that in front of her face. Maria was such a sweetheart. By the way, shout out to Maria. Love chatting with her. Next. All right. So we got this one as members only, and I'm just going to simply hit publish. So this is for the podcast channel. If you're watching this and you are a channel member, you should be able to get a notification here to watch that video. Really great interview. You get to see Thomas and I. Thomas is a good friend, and you'll actually find out how he ended up getting the movie poster design and how we both kind of messed it up. Big shout out to Thomas. Love that man. One of my best buds. And let's go on over into my other channel. And I want to scroll down. We're going to do the same process that we just did with this one. Did I change the title on the other channel? I don't know if I did. And I'm just going to paste this in here. Same process as before. Ooh, I think I forgot to put a little bullet point there, but that's all right. I don't think anybody's going to be upset about that. Check this out. Behind the scenes is self-publishing with Dale. I wish I could be able to do this all at one time for both channels, but it is what it is, right? Monetization off. Add an end screen. Let's move that end screen to the middle. Great. We hit save. Next. Next. And we'll hit publish. So main channel members, we should be able to get access to that as well. If you do have access to the selfpublishinghub.com and you are a member, you'll be able to see that video inside the series that's Self-Publishing with Dale behind the scenes. So for instance, let me go ahead. I will open up the Self-Publishing Hub app. Give me just a moment here. And I should be able to show you guys exactly what I'm working with here. I'm going to go ahead and shut that off. Thank you so much, Shannon. I really appreciate you popping that on there. Yes, and channel memberships, folks, you can always do that right on there. Dale works efficiently, impressive. A man who knows his tools well. Oh, gosh, I like the back of my hand, to be honest with you. So here, let me just cover up my eyeballs. Hopefully it'll zoom in. There's the app. Pretty cool, right? Let me find behind the scenes here. Okay, so behind the scenes is a little further down on the page if you happen to use the app. And you can see the check this out. And if I actually hit that, boop, it'll go over here. And I must not be logged in. So anyway, so there's that. So again, you can get access to that in the Apple App Store or over on the website at theselfpublishinghub.com. I will be expanding to other apps and such like that here relatively soon. Thanks so much for the love there, Sybil. By the way, how you doing? Great to see you. I need to learn editing better for video. I'm awful with it. Yeah, the podcast requires it. You get better in due time. You get better in due time. Maybe on a future Uscreen broadcast, one of our quarterly ones, because I'll be meeting up with you guys again the first Friday in December. So join me then. And if you want to learn a little bit more about video editing and such like that, I can always just show you behind the scenes on what I do. I'm not sure how my computer will handle the horsepower. If it has enough horsepower to handle that, we'll find out. Live stream and do that at the same time. I'd like to learn DaVinci Resolve. Me too. Me too. It does sound too, but it's overwhelming. It is. It's super overwhelming. And I already know Camtasia so well, so I've just stuck with Camtasia all this whole time. So in any event, all right, we've got that one pushed out. We have that set. Okay, so now what I need to do is I need to contact my graphic design team. I use a service called Floxy. This is not a shameless self-plug. You're welcome to go and try it out if you want to. Here, earn a free month. So I don't get anything for this except for earning a free month if you sign on. So there you go. There's the Floxy referral link. So if you want to check it out, go for it. If not, that's fine. They handle graphic design, video editing, and copywriting, so much more stuff. What I'm going to do is, let me look up behind the scenes. There we go. I'm going to hit this action. We're going to copy this brief. And it's going to populate up everything that I did before in this previous brief, so I don't need to be redundant and have to type in the same things that I'm going to ask for in this. Because I pretty much have like a boilerplate request for most gigs that I do. And I'll just change out some things. Love me some John. John is a fantastic graphic design guy. Love him to death. And I doubt John's watching this, but if you happen to be watching, John, big shout out to you, man. Love your work. All right, we want to go back over here into the name of this one here. Ooh, I forgot to add this one in here. We're going to go and put SPWD-BTS. Not a big deal. It just helps me sort things out. Darken the images, pink, that sounds good. And we're going to go ahead. What was the statement that I made on this one? Check this out. Yep. Check this out. Use the Get Covers logo. I need to find a couple different variations of that, but here's what we'll do is I want to leave the example one in place just in case somebody besides John gets this. I'm going to hit Browse. I'm going to grab this, and I need the PSD. Yep, perfect. Open, and go figure, I forgot to see what the number of that headshot was. So we're going to go over into my pictures thumbnail here, my thumbnail pictures. Looking for it. I think that's it. Pretty sure it is. Ooh, that's a different one. Yeah, screw it. We'll leave it. John can choose from some if he wants to try it out. So I probably would save a lot of time if I just opened it up and look to see which one it was. Yeah, this is going to drive me crazy. I don't know which one I used. Okay, so let's just do this. We're going to open it up then. I may leave live streaming to this channel and my videos to go to my other channel. Oh. Yeah, Katrina usually does do it over on Twitch. You're going to find YouTube is just so nice. Yeah, I left Twitch because it just was so frustrating. It was so entirely frustrating. You've been through a lot with that platform though, so I can't blame you if you want to stay. Okay, so now I know it's 375. There it is. Boom. All right, let's get rid of that. Yeah, you know what? He can keep it. And then I need to get a Get Covers logo thrown into here. So I believe it's in sponsors, Miblart. Yep. Open. I need to find another bigger version of that. Get Covers logo. Looks like it's pretty much the same thing. Yeah. Okay, well, that works. Not a big deal. Alrighty, everything looks good. I'm going to put it in the front of my queue because I want to get it done sooner than later, so everything looks nice and clean. I can always reorganize the order of stuff. Oh, here we go. I see a question. Yay, all right. Dale, what kind of computer are you using? RAM, etc. We got to ask my brother all the specs on that. I'm actually using an Alienware Aurora R7. Yeah. So an Alienware Aurora R7. As far as the RAM goes, I don't remember, to be honest with you. It does need to be a bit of an upgrade. It can be upgraded. But I mean, as you can see, it's working really well. I'm live streaming. I've got numerous tabs open. I've got some other applications open. So it's doing relatively well. So it actually has to have a pretty good amount of RAM. I ended up modding a little bit. I added in, as you probably saw when I was going through my different drives, I have actually got another drive I had inserted in there with 2 terabytes because I was running out of room on my DNC drive. So I ended up installing that. I've got another port to put another one in there. I might do the one sooner than later. That ran me, I can't remember, about 140, 150 bucks, something like that. And it's super simple. I just went in, popped it in, slipped it on in there. So I've got one more port to put another drive into there. I imagine though, my next purchase is going to be, I'm looking really into the Mac Studios, I think is what they're called. Essentially, like they look like small game cubes is what they are. If I don't do that, I'm going to end up getting like a dual PC setup of some sort. So that way, when I do want to live stream and I want to like edit videos or do graphic things like that, it's not going to be a resource hog because I've only got one resource to draw from right now. Having a dual PC setup, I can be able to edit videos in one area and live stream on the other area without any kind of complications or slowing down. So, but a lot of that nerdy information I learned from my brother because I usually just call him up like, hey, nerd, why don't you tell me? I don't say that to my brother. I tell him, you know, what I'm looking for, what I need and such. The reason why I'm leaning towards Mac is because it's considerably smaller because a lot of my setup right now, I wouldn't say my desktop is crowded, but it's definitely not roomy because I have 3 monitors here. I've got my camera, microphone. I've got the microphone setup. I've got my MacBook Pro wired into here. There are so many things on this desktop. If I can at least get the Alienware off of here and out of the, you know, out of sight, it would be nice to have just something small that I can just set up. But yeah, that's what I usually use. I tried to watch someone on Twitch today and it made me jump through hoops to log on again. I guess since it's been a week since last I was on Twitch, I closed out without logging on because of the hassle. That is the reason. That is the reason I just stopped going to Twitch. It was just so, it's frustrating. It's absolutely frustrating. And then they start doing all these 50,000 ads. And even if you're subscribed to some of the channels, like you still see the videos. Like, no. And the thing is Twitch is absolutely lopsided on how they pay their creators and how they treat them too as well. It's absolutely just mind-boggling that to this day, Twitch doesn't utilize the same algorithmic formula that Amazon has for search over on Twitch. It's all just a popularity contest. Oh gosh, you got me on this. Oh, rant about Twitch. Twitch honestly can just take a hike. I loved that platform back in the day, but they really just, for lack of better words, got kids in the room, cover the ears here. It's just a full-on shit show. It's just absolutely just garbage. That's why I left the platform. And when I left the platform, that's when I ended up coming here to YouTube and doing this channel. So I guess we can have Twitch to blame indirectly for starting this channel in the first place, this podcast channel. So yeah, their ads are frustrating me. Yes. Yeah, Twitch, it is a frustrating experience. Ad videos are a no-no for me. I set things up a specific way and they don't work out well for my audience. Yeah. I'm loving your speed. Oh, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Yeah, I can't wholeheartedly endorse Alienware Aurora R7 since it's obviously an older model, because I bought this in 2016 or 2017. So it's getting to be a bit of an older model. I think the R11 is already out by now. Dell owns and runs Alienware, and getting this computer was a headache, a big headache. I promise I'm not going on a rant here. When it was all said and done, I was glad it was done and over with, but there was a lot of just shipping issues and fulfillment issues, and what should have gotten to me within a week ended up taking, I think, like 2 months to get to me. It was absolutely ridiculous, the hoops I had to jump through. And in the meantime, I had already paid for this PC and it's not even arrived on my doorstep. So, and then add to it, I had to, add in additional things. Oh, like I put in the Elgato game capture card so that way I can be able to run my Mac into my PC and I could be able to play with that. And if that doesn't make any sense, let me go over here real quick and I'll show you what I mean. So the Elgato game capture card is really sweet. And since I got a MacBook Pro, I can actually keep that MacBook Pro closed. Let me move this over here. So this is what I'm talking about. I use the Elgato game capture card, and then actually I have a switch that I could use. That'll switch it over. And then you see my Mac is right here. I can be able to use it. So you can see this. Let me go back to small screen so nobody's paying attention to. Okay. There we go. All right, and so you can see I'm able to actually use this on one of my monitors. So sometimes I'll keep my MacBook Pro open to kind of handle some other stuff. I don't do it as much these days because I've just become so proficient at it, at using a PC. But every now and then I need some stuff that only Mac can be able to cover. So yeah, that's my exact process. And I've just got a switch and I can just move it straight over and I can just close it on out. Just keep it on there. And the nice thing is I actually have an external hard drive that I have attached to my MacBook Pro that runs backups on a regular basis. So that actually gets to run pretty much almost 24/7. And I've been doing it for a few years now and zero issues. That MacBook is still live and kicking. Really, really happy with it. All right. I need to open up. There we go. Perfect. Oh, my project manager has something to say. I think I added her to add. This was one of the newest video creators. I'm going to go ahead and put a nice little heart on hers. Okay. And I'm going to put a little heart on hers as well. All right. We're done with Floxy. We're done with all that. Excellent, fantastic. Let's go ahead and wrap up this stream. If you guys got any kind of questions, concerns, comments, go ahead and voice those right now because I'd be happy to cover them for you. In the meantime, remember that this broadcast was brought to you in part by the fine folks over at Uscreen. Please do me a huge favor. If you want to help support the cause here in this channel, go over and try out 14-day free trial of Uscreen. When you visit dalelinks.com/Uscreen. And there's no credit card required, so you don't really have anything that's, you have nothing to lose. Just give it a shot. Try it out. There's so many things you can be able to host on there, including ebooks. You can do the MP3 for your audiobooks. You can do your videos. There's so many things you can do. Just go over, explore. We're going to have more of these types of broadcasts in the very, very near future. In fact, December, the first Friday in December will be the next time that we're going to meet up. I'm going to do a little behind the scenes footage. And actually, I'll be doing a couple of videos here and there on the main channel covering some of my processes here with Uscreen. Big shout out to Uscreen. I am an ambassador for them. That means that they do give me complimentary access in order to actually share this here with you folks. I do appreciate it. And that referral link does not give me any money. All right. It just allows me to continue to use their platform as an ambassador. So I thank you so, so much. I understand that if it's not affordable, what I will do is I'm going to put together a video to show you how it can be affordable and how you can make it work for your business as an author. So in the meantime, if there's no last minute questions, and as a last minute plug, of course, visit the selfpublishinghub.com and get yourself subscribed today, folks, because I have over 100 videos with hours of footage here that you can be able to access, and so, so much more. Just you hit the let's get started and you can be able to get started. You can start anytime that you like and you can cancel whenever you want. So channel members, just as a reminder, you've got a new video that just fired off. You just watched the whole process. If you happen to be just showing up now, well, you can go back on over and rewatch that. So I have equipment envy over that. Oh, no kidding. It takes time. What I will tell you is this is why I tell you guys so much how grateful I am and thankful that you support this channel. Whether you're watching a video from beginning to end, or commenting, liking, sharing, subscribing, or even being a channel member, those things I take and I'm able to, when I'm monetizing through YouTube, I'm able to do upgrades. For instance, like my Elgato lights. I've got one here and here. I've got my DSLR camera. Heck, I got another DSLR camera over there. I've got a nice, lens. I've got the side camera right over here. I've got the Joe Rogan special Shure SM7B. I've got the nice arm as well. I've got a good stand-up desk. That type of thing. You guys are indirectly responsible for funding things like this. And that's why whenever I say I genuinely appreciate all you, I really do. And I appreciate some of you that come in and you at least humor me and hear me out when it comes to some different services that you may not have heard of, like Uscreen. Because I know a lot of you probably will close your ears, covered up, la, 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 I don't want to hear about it. But those that actually hear me out can probably see a lot more growth within their business, because I believe that if I can be able to do something like this, you can be able to do it as well. Thanks for the walkthrough. Really like the Gimp behind the scenes look. We'll do some more Gimp in the very near future. I need to slow down though next time. I went really fast. That was my fault for sure. All right, till later, folks. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I will be live streaming tomorrow. We're going to be doing some writing sprints. Right now, I'm planning probably going for the full 4 hours. We're going to probably be going for 4 hours. I'm a little bit behind on my writing, so come on over and join me. We're going to be doing a live writing sprints tomorrow. That's at noon right here on this channel. I hope to see you. Till later. Thanks so much for the support to all my channel members. Thank you so much to SD Houston for being a channel moderator here during today's live broadcast. And thank you to Uscreen for making something like this possible. Till later, this has been Self-Publishing with Dale, and I'll catch you tomorrow. Hey, thanks so much for tuning in. Special shout out to my channel members for both the podcast channel and the main channel. Without your support, some projects we do at Self-Publishing with Dale would be much harder to fund. If you want to contribute to the cause, visit dalelinks.com/memberships for details and get your on-screen shout out at the end of each broadcast. Till later, this has been Self-Publishing with Dale, and I'll see you soon.